Dr. Disrespect PDF allegations and why he got banned off of Twitch instantaneously without a single word being said. There's a lot of information on the subject, so don't go picking a side randomly at this point. There's a lot of interesting information there where people are not even thinking and just saying, oh, this proves he's guilty. Oh, this proves he's innocent.
Dr. Disrespect is one of the biggest live streamers of all time, getting hundreds of thousands to if not millions of views on his live broadcasts. He's very consistent with his streaming, and he's putting in work, putting in almost, 12 hours on this broadcast. If you've only known about him recently and have discovered him within the past 4 years, you might only know him as a YouTube live streamer, but that hasn't always been the case, as back in 2020, he was banned on Twitch, which was his home and primary streaming platform for most of his career.
Wow, it feels like that was 10 years ago at this point.
But when Dr. Disrespect got banned on Twitch, something that made that ban so special and so unique was that nobody seemed to know why he was banned. Most of the time when streamers get banned, the reason for that ban becomes public knowledge and there's discourse about it. With his ban, many people were left speculating as to what could have caused it. Did he say a certain word? Did he do something you're not allowed to do? Nobody really knew. At the time, the reason
Obviously, the problem here is the fact that if it was something simple, if it was something that would have not put Twitch in an extremely negative light, most likely we would have known the reason. So whatever Twitch's reason for banning him like this was, and not saying a single word about it and refusing to elaborate in any way, means that whatever happened, Twitch thought that this is a serious brand risk.
that I thought he was banned was because of something involving his wife. I know that he had cheated on his wife back in, 2017. My theory didn't really make sense because he was banned in 2020 and this happened back in 2017, but my thinking was perhaps they had updated their off-platform behavior rules to where, if you commit a mass murder and you have a Twitch account, Twitch reserves the right to ban you from the platform even though you didn't do that on their site. I was thinking maybe because he cheated on his wife that they'd updated the guidelines surrounding the off-platform behavior and then punished him retroactively for that.
And I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. And
this was so funny. I laughed so hard. The memes that came out of this. By the way, I completely feel absolutely no sympathy for him, even though he came out and said all of these things. Sue me.
I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful. And
this, by the way, in case you don't know, Twitch culture became a giant meme. Whenever someone was caught cheating in a video game, they would spam emotes of Dr. Disrespect's face in the chat because he cheated on his wife. And people would also begin trolling him in the donations, being like, "Doctor, you've inspired me to cheat on my wife. Thank you for the inspiration." They'd meme him, be like, "Damn, he took the disrespect bit so far that he disrespected his own marriage."
True?
GGSNSD, thank you for the $10. It's knock knock. Who's there at the dock coming into another woman?
Whatever. Okay, that's all background information. But yeah, no one really knew why he was banned, and it's been 4 years since he was banned on Twitch, so eventually time kind of makes people uninterested in this story. It became old news. People made several different conclusions, but this tweet from Slasher, who is the world's #1 certified gaming insider, esports consultant, master of the metaverse, internet culture expert, came out during all this that made people sort of confused. Slasher is a gaming
Slasher has been, I don't know, I haven't heard anything about him for a while, but he had actually the real gaming scoops for a long time. His information was reliable.
Insider and actually says, "Look, for several hours now, I have been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently." This was back June 27th, 2020, almost 4 years ago to this day. And oh man, we got Too Mad in the replies. Too Mad, if only you could see where this is now. Ironically enough, Too Mad has been accused of being a predator, and that's actually exactly what's happening with Dr. Disrespect, so life has a strange way of working, I guess.
My favorite part about Too Mad is the fact that he, what's the word? The creepy things against Just a Minx, that complete drunk who ruined her life. And when Too Mad died, she was like, "Man, I'm so sad. Maybe he was a stalker, but man." Every Twitch personality is a complete soulless hack.
So yeah, Slasher drops this tweet yesterday saying, "I didn't lie." Almost a 4-year anniversary here. Well, what is he actually talking about? Well, this former Twitch employee has come out with this fucking nuke against Dr. Disrespect. And yeah, we got so much to get into. This one's gonna be insane. So if you're here and you are new here, drop a like on this video and subscribe, or else you'll die or something. I don't know. Just please do it. Anyway, Cody Connor's former Twitch employee says he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read it in plain text. Case closed, gang. No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys. Now, I will say there might be certain legal boundaries preventing Cody from providing certain receipts or evidence for any of this at all, but I think it's a little bit irresponsible, at least in principle, to just come out swinging with allegations like this and not supply the public with any sort of proof. I just think that sets a bad precedent. But with that being said, him being a former Twitch employee in itself does sort of provide a little bit of credential. Not saying that just because he worked for Twitch, he's incapable of lying or spreading misinformation, but, you know, he's not just some fucking anon. Anyway, Jake Lucky, quote,
Okay, yeah, so since this is a Cheeto video, that's probably all the information. So here's more to add more context. So a big thing about this ex-Twitch employee is the fact that people are trying to discredit what he says because they say, oh, he doesn't like this Dr. Disrespect, or he hates him. And so obviously he's lying about it. That is a stupid take. First of all, you can dislike someone, you can even hate someone, but that doesn't mean you're just gonna go lie about people, you know? Does the chance increase that you're gonna be, you know, not exactly good against them? Yes. But the fact that you just go straight up and lie about them like this, that doesn't exactly mean that that's gonna happen. And Dr. Disrespect has not stated that he's gonna sue him or whatever, or anything like that, which should be probably the action that you take in a situation like this. But he has not done that, which is kind of interesting. And then is the second part that that people are now claiming that this guy is using that you know, this situation to promote his concert or something like that he's making with his band, which is, that also doesn't mean that he's lying. Maybe he previously didn't see enough reward to actually risk in revealing this information. Now that he can popularize his band or whatever, now he sees that the time is right to actually drop this to maybe get ahead in life. That is a possibility. The fact that he just randomly makes up these lies now on the spot to try and popularize himself, possible, but then again also a little bit kind of unlikely-ish. I'm leaning kind of on the unlikelier side, but it's definitely a possibility. And a lot of people are just choosing sides from this. Oh, he doesn't like Dr. Disrespect. That automatically means that he's gonna lie, fake screenshots, fake voice conversation, and create deep fakes about him, which is a completely insane stance to take. But yeah, that is a possibility. And again, this is why I said this is kind of a complicated thing. There's truth in both sides, if whichever you want to pick here.
Quote tweets by saying, a former Twitch employee has come forward and stated the alleged reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. In case you don't know, by the way, Twitch Whispers is a feature on Twitch that allows you to sort of direct message other Twitch users, which I have to say, regardless of if any of this is true, because of course we're still in the early stages of this.
To be fair, a product like this definitely sounds like just something where someone like, you know, Miskip and his gang would take advantage of this
story, at least in this new update, right? This new chapter. The fact that this dude, right, true or not, right? I can't say 100% true, but if true, him using Twitch Whispers in itself should be a fucking crime, right? Obviously, we don't know the age of any person or any receipts have been provided, right? But getting Rizzy over Twitch Whispers has to be its own level of down bad. How does that even work? Like, I don't even want to think about it. That's insane. It's like getting freaky with your Uber Eats driver, you know? It's like, you bringing that pizza over? How about for 10 bucks extra, you throw on a mini skirt and stay a little, watch some TV with me, huh? It's like, all right, doc, let's fucking calm down a little bit. Anyway, Dr. Disrespect has actually dropped somewhat of a response. This is the first thing he said publicly to Jake Lucky and to the public. He goes, Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Look.
Yeah, this is the bad part right here. Obviously, Twitch and Dr. Disrespect are probably on some under some kind of contract currently that they can't speak about this in public. But this response is wild because he's not denying it. He's not saying no. This is the most roundabout, almost as close to no as you can get a way of, not actually saying no, because it's just intended to look like no. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. And the fact that this is here, by the way, completely fits the PDF scenario, because people are making a big fuss about this. Oh, if he was dead, he would be in prison. Are you kidding me? Currently, the PDF Hunter thing is very popular on YouTube, on Twitch, on every site ever. And these people don't get arrested. Because the reality is, it's really hard to arrest someone for this, okay? Unless you pretty much caught them in the act. And I don't mean act of just meeting, okay? If you're just, writing something that can be, interpreted maybe a little bit cheeky, maybe a little bit not, you're probably in the safe. That is the reality of these situations. It is, unless you videotape Doc actually doing something with someone, it's kind of really hard to prove. And especially, get jail time or a sentence or anything. So this is why no wrongdoing was acknowledged is a really bad thing to say here. And a lot of people misunderstand this. They think, if Twitch banned him for that, then the police would have arrested him or anything like that. No. Because people don't understand how the law works. If you murder someone, you are not a murderer, in fact. The country you are residing, the province, the whatever, the law enforcement there needs to actually take you in and then charge you with that. Until that point, you're not technically a murderer. And if they never do, then you're completely fine, free of any guilt, and no wrongdoing was acknowledged. This is why, this is how rich people get out of a lot of crimes. They're just too rich. And so the law doesn't charge them with anything, even if there are wrongdoings. This is how it happens.
The whole contract. Look, a lot of people are tearing this response to bits for a number of reasons. The first thing he says that is instantly triggering a lot of people's bullshit detectors is no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Essentially not even denying that he was sexting a minor. He's just being like, yeah, nothing was acknowledged, right?
Yeah, and the thing is also with that, whatever his deal with Twitch is, when they settle outside of court, whatever that thing is, he probably has the ability to freely, without breaking any contracts, just say, hey, yeah, this is not it. I did not do any of this. So Dr. Disrespect's response to this is not strong enough, not concrete enough currently, and not not denial enough, which does make this seem crazy.
That's like being asked, did you commit a crime? And then responding by saying, yeah, nobody here can prove that a crime took place. Like, that's not what we asked. Very, weird.
And that is sadly true. That's exactly what this is.
Way of dodging the topic. I don't really understand. And again, I'm not trying to say that this is in any way indicative of him being guilty, but I will say, as an honest reader, it reads weirdly, okay? And then you got this guy in the replies who says, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. This MF did that shit, skull emoji. A lot of people seem to agree. I mean, if I'm Dr. Disrespect, I'm either gonna, respond fully or just shut the fuck up, because apparently if this has been settled, why are you even talking about it? I get that it's been reignited, but either come in with some contradicting receipts or to really refute the allegations, or just don't say anything. I feel like this whole 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door is just not gonna serve anyone, really. But I'm also not saying what Connor here is saying, which is that MF did that shit, okay? I will.
Yeah, again, Twitch would only ban Doc under circumstances like this if he was a serious brand risk. Imagine you're Twitch and your biggest streamer now turns out to be a badman. Yeah, that's really bad. So Twitch would probably want to get this hush-hush out as soon as possible. And again, maybe we don't know what was written, if anything was written at all, if this is even true. But this if you're gonna say that all of this seems fine to you and Doc, there's no problem with this and everything's fine, I think you're being blatantly dishonest here.
We'll need to see some receipts before I can make a full-on judgment. But hey, he comes on to make a full response later on after this reply to Jake Lucky saying, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong, and all this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday.
Yeah. Again, this does not... So, you know... So, here's how reality works. Let's imagine Doc actually wrote something along those lines to someone below the appropriate age. So, Twitch doesn't actually have to go to the police. Even though they know this, they have all the possibilities to deny that this does not look sus enough, so they don't have to go to the police. That is number one. They absolutely have all the leverage in a situation like this, because Doc probably didn't say to someone under the appropriate, hey, I want to smash you now. He probably wasn't that specific, okay? If this is that. So Twitch sees this, they're panicking because, oh my god, this is really bad. He's our biggest guy, and he's gonna give us so much attention. We're already known as the softcore service, okay? Because at that time, this conversation, by the way, was bigger. So imagine you're an OF gate for minors, and now someone's doing things with the minors, and he's your biggest star. Yeah, I can easily imagine that Twitch would have instantaneously, completely just exploded of the even slightest idea, the chance that this would happen. So that's really bad. And again, since and by the way, this also explains why he just wins the settlement, because Twitch doesn't want to make this public, right? That's the whole reason they banned this, because this may look horrible for their brand. So Dr. Disrespect sues them, and well, Twitch is gonna lose unless they now go to the cops. But Twitch themselves understands that the cops may actually not do anything here because it's too minor, and you know, it easily can be recontextualized. Again, have you seen any of those PDF videos where they hunt? They're not exactly explicit. They're like, hey, how you doing? You look good. Despite it being someone with the age that starts with a 1 and ends with a 2, or something like that. That's how these things happen. They're not explicitly Hulk smash now. So this makes sense, and then Twitch settles with him because they can't actually prove that he did anything wrong, because it's impossible, because they want to keep this under wraps as much as possible. So if Disrespect sues them, they lose. So they settle, pay him out fully, and he's right. No wrongdoing was found, acknowledged, or whatever. True. It all makes sense in this case.
And I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. Elden Ring Monday, guys. That's just such a non sequitur. So it's just I can't with the Elden Ring Monday, dude. Keemstar says, bro, why don't you say I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged? I mean, look, obviously there's a bunch of legal stuff surrounding this, so I don't know what he is and isn't allowed to say. Clearly he's...
Also, I wonder if the loophole works here. So he gets accused here, but he can't talk about the things that, the actual thing that happened. I wonder if the loophole of him just saying, "Oh, this has nothing to do with anything that's happening," but I just want to state I have never attempted or done any of the PDF stuff. I wonder if this loophole works in this situation. And if it does, well, that's bad that he doesn't say it. Because, again, loopholes like this exist.
He's allowed to say Elden Ring Monday, so that's good for him. I'm glad he can say Elden Ring Monday.
Dr. Disrespect is not responding to the allegation. The allegation is that he whispered and tried to make plans to meet up with a minor at TwitchCon. That is the
Yes.
allegation from the ex-Twitch employee. He's not
Which again is really hard to prove that it was, you know, a PDF intent thing. Again, that's why a lot of PDFs go unpunished. That's why you see someone being caught on 4K on camera trying to meet someone, and the police are just like, hey, can't do anything. Can't do anything. Yeah, we have the text messages. He called him, her, or whatever cute, but that's not exactly illegal.
respond to that. When he's saying I did nothing wrong, he's referring to the settlement. He did a settlement with Twitch after suing Twitch, and Twitch countersued him, I believe, and they settled out of court
Also, this is possible.
agreeing with mutual statements that both parties did nothing wrong. That's a lawsuit. That doesn't represent what actually took place at all. Doc isn't responding to the actual allegation. All he's saying is, I did nothing wrong. We would have to have some type of definition from...
Yes, this interpretation also works if you're looking at what Doc said, that he's not responding to the allegation, he's responding to the situation's outcome that people are alleging. And that's not the same deal.
Dr. Disrespect.
Because it only involves Twitch in this case.
What do you mean by wrong? Is messaging a minor wrong? All right? Is like, you would have to, like, do you see how many layers in the legal mumble bumbo and jumbo that's happening here? He's not responding to the actual allegation. And all these people online are like, look, Doc's innocent. See, he said he did nothing wrong. He's talking about the fucking settlement.
Hey, that is the bonus of having an audience that's primarily, you know, children.
Talking about the goddamn settlement with
They will not buy, you know, they just will believe anything. Bonus points, and they will buy your merch.
Twitch. He's not actually responding to what is being alleged. God, this is infuriating. It's so infuriating. Doc, give a real response to the allegations.
But yeah, I mean, this is true. I feel like the sort of mincing words that he's doing, where he's not specifically saying like, hey, I did not do this specific thing that's being alleged, is a little weird. The whole like no wrongdoing was found suggests that like they didn't look hard enough, right? Like that's sort of the way this reads. So yeah, I mean, 100%, if he's innocent here, then he definitely looks shady. Not denying it is wild. Dr. Disrespect, I can't lie. I have been praying on your downfall for so long. I genuinely cried tears of joy when this came out. Your name will be forever linked to Drake, Diddy, and Epstein. I won? Who the fuck is this guy?
Whoa. Okay, listen, Diddy and Epstein were G's in this sport, okay? They were the kings of the crop, okay? Doc is not even close to the amount of stuff that these guys got done. And Mossad thanks their involvement.
Joy when this came out. Your name will be forever linked to Drake, Diddy, and Epstein. I won? Who the fuck is this guy? It blows my mind that people think Twitch would pay out and settle a lawsuit if allegations actually happen as being thrown around today. See you Monday. Haters gonna hate.
No, again, it makes sense. Twitch does not want that kind of reputation problems.
Actually happen as being thrown around today.
Again, the adpocalypse on YouTube happened for less. For goddamn less.
See you Monday. Haters gonna hate. Keep pumping content, Doc. I mean, look, this is sort of a tough situation because the person, Cody Connors, has not provided any receipts or evidence of these Twitch whispers, which I don't even know if he'd be able to find them at this point because this would have been like 5 years ago. And I don't know if Twitch archives them. And if they do, that in itself opens up a whole new fucking series of discussions of Amazon spying on what people are saying, archiving private conversations between two people. So that in itself is strange, right? Like, if they have the receipts. But at the same time, in order to make something like this public, you kind of do owe it to the people to provide some sort of evidence, right? Spoken word testimony is unfortunately not good enough to indict this guy. Like, this entire indictment is as of right now at least, source trust me, bro. Now, with that being said, right, you do have that tweet from Slasher going back to 2020 saying like, oh, it is sensitive subject, I can't talk about this, which is sort of like, I guess in itself a little bit concerning because it's like, okay, maybe he did.
I mean, can anyone actually imagine what else would have that been? My initial idea was the fact that Dr. Disrespect overplayed his hand and asked too much of Twitch. And that's why they got rid of him, because Ninja just went to a different platform and Ninja completely destroyed himself. Good riddance, by the way, loser. And, you know, Dr. Disrespect then came in and said, I want a contract that's 3 times what I have now. And Twitch was like, adios, loseros. And they just, you know, yeeted him into oblivion.
Did predict it, and if what he's saying here is true, then that kind of ties back to what we're going into today. But I don't feel comfortable accusing Doc of anything as of right now. But
You know what's the worst part about this? We're not gonna get closure. This is just as much as any one of us can actually, you know, imagine at this point, and there's not gonna be anything that provides us with any kind of real closure or real information. This is gonna be as bad as it gets. But the idea that that guy just says it and Doc's response is nothing is kind of bad. That's pretty much it. Do I say he's guilty? Not enough information to judge. But, you know, it is wild. I wonder if we will ever know the truth. Anyway, bye. That was a Cheeto.